Hello everyone, Gunko Guns here and welcome back to my channel. Are you having as much fun with Throne and Liberty as I am? There's nothing like that fresh MMO feeling, that excitement of leveling up and finally hitting endgame. But hey, I know it can be a little frustrating. It can get a little frustrating when you hit those roadblocks and feel a little stuck, especially in this game. So today, I'm going to give you a quick leveling guide to help you power through those choke points. I'll show you the best possible side quests you can take to blast through those roadblocks and keep the momentum going. If you are planning on playing TNL, I will be playing on the server Lazlan. So if you are looking for people to play with and enjoy this game together, consider joining the Mando community. We will be pushing endgame content for PvE as well as competing in PvP on all fronts. One final little plug here, I promise. I am grinding to 10k subs and I would very much appreciate if you guys hit that subscribe button. Only, of course, if you enjoyed the video. So let's get into it. All right, before we begin, I just want to say thank you guys for being here. This guide was made through my own playthrough here in the North America servers, as well as online research. I watched some of the speed runs as well before I began from the Korean players. On top of that, a little fatty speedrun guide I will link in the description. I also went through that, even really good guide as well you guys should check out. So I will link that in the description for you. So what are the roadblocks? So if you look right here, for example, in your index, you will see all the chapters that you have for the main storyline. For you to get from certain chapter to chapter, you have to be a certain level before you start it. Now, depending on some quests that you do and what you don't do, for example, the side quests, you might not have enough XP to proceed to the next chapter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to, fulfill that and get some side quests in the middle so you can move on. Couple of notes for you guys to pay attention to as you're leveling. The number one thing that you should pay attention to is the day and night. It's located right on your mini map on the very top right there as you see the day, and then it'll tell you how many minutes or hours until nighttime. There are some quests that are only churnable or open to you during the day, but you have to return the night to turn them in, or etc. Things like that. Very important because some of these are going to give you tons and tons of XP, and I'm talking 30 to 50, 60,000 XP. The other thing, and it's the biggest advice I can give you that I personally had to learn, is that when you are starting out, do not be afraid to level your weapon to level 6 with the green growth stones. You're going to get a ton of these guys. Do not worry about it. Just level your weapons and armor to level 6. This is as much as the green will be. And I know you're asking, well, which ones are the good green ones? Do not worry about it, okay? All of the armor and the weapons that are green are technically the same. So you do not have to worry too much about the stats because we're not going to worry about that for now. All you have to do is pick the weapons that you want to play with, okay? Now, as you are getting the full stack of green weapons and armor weapons, again, I'll say it one more time, make sure to go up here to equipment enchanting, okay? And level it up to level 6. That's as far as the green ones will go, and eventually when you get the blue ones, you can take them up to level 9. And then the purple ones obviously can go a little further, but I definitely encourage that because it's going to make your life a lot easier. I've tried to actually level without spending any points, and it was super hardcore mode. This made it so much more easier. Again, you can go all the way up to purple. Don't mess with the purple stuff, but you can, with the green and blue, you can finish the quest chain really easily if you upgrade it. The other thing, and that is going to be your skills. Do not be afraid to also level your skills here, for example. Like this one, for example, right here. As you see, I have leveled it as much as I could for right now anyway. This is going to make you do a lot more attack power. It's going to give you more defense. It's going to hit harder, things like that, especially your passives. Do not be afraid to also level these. I know you're thinking, well, I don't know which weapon I'm going to play with in the end, etc., etc. That's okay. You will get more of these points back. I'm not saying go anything crazy, into the purple stuff, but at least get to the blue, which is if you invest 5 of them, as you see right here, just going to give you an example. You can just invest a few of them and it will level it to the next level, but you're going to get a huge boost in damage. At least get to the all the way up to the blue and maybe even finish off the blue. You don't have to get into the, the purple, but at least finish the blue ones, because this is going to make your life a lot easier. Those are the 2 notes I will give you from personal experience, guys. I promise you, if you do this game is going to be so fun and you're going to enjoy playing it. Now let's go over to the first roadblock that you're going to get. All right. So the very first roadblock that you'll be getting is at a level 11, and it's around chapter 2. Where you will need to catch up on some XP. Now, if you notice this section right here, this is your journal, if you will, for your quests. These appendices, if you will, these are kind of like the side quests. And normally I don't like doing side quests. I like doing the main storyline and then just to get to where I'm going. However, these are pretty much what you will need to do and some events to kind of catch up. Now, when you open the game, there's a bunch of these that will teach you how to craft and do these things. I definitely recommend you guys do that so you learn all these things. However, you can't just skip them again. So if you follow the main storyline, you'll get to, like I said, around level 11. And that's where it's going to get real, where you will need some extra XP. There's a certain location that I'm located right now, and I'll show you exactly where that's at. And it is located right outside of where you start, in the Black Hole or Black Howl Plains, right here. Okay, right by the Crescent Moon Lake and the southern campsite. This is where the wolf or the dynamic event wolf hunting contest will start. This will give you tons and tons of XP, as well as some other quests in here. But this is the one that I would recommend that you guys do for that extra XP to go in there. All right, and then as we move on, there's some quests that you definitely do not want to miss, and they are located in chapter 3. And these are, you have to do these. Okay, do not skip on these. There's only 3 of them. The first one is this one right here. Make sure that you finish this. Is the Talk to Adventure Pro Percy in Castleton. Do not skip this. This is very important, and make sure that you get it done. Okay. The second one is this one right here, and it is the appendix for accessories crafting. Very important that you talk to Marianne. I would also encourage you to do the other armor and weapon, but this one you cannot. Make sure that you do this one. Okay. And lastly, this one right here, called the Ursula Fields for the contract list from Illyria, has been moved. Make sure that you complete these 3 at least. Okay, these 3 are a must before you move on. This will get you all the way to the next bottleneck. All right, your next roadblock will be at level 21. Act 5 or Chapter 5, if you will, has been moved to minimum level 23, meaning you're gonna need a little XP here. You'll need about I want to say 35k, or depending on where you're at. And this one is one of the easiest ones that you can actually get. So let me show you what you need to do. And if you look right here on the right side, I already took the idea of getting them prepped for you. So before we even start, I actually want to show you something. If you look at the bottom right here, do you see kind of like that little cyan baby blue thing above their head? If I unclick that, for example, see how it takes it off? What I would like, when you're doing these side quests or even the main quest, make sure to click this on. It'll tell you exactly who you need to kill. Make your life a little easier. With that, there are 3 quests that we're going to do, but this is in the Monolith Wastelands, okay? Here's what's really important here. You have to watch the night and day cycle here, because some of these quests you will not be able to do or turn in when you want to. So the very first one that we're going to do, okay, is this one right here, the Treasure of Daybreak. This one will give you tons of XP, but FYI, I believe this one you can only turn in during night, or if you start doing the day, you can turn it during the day. One of those 2. Just double check it before you go crazy in it. But this is the one that you want to do right here, and it's called again, it's called Treasure at Daybreak. Make sure to get this one. The next one that you want to do, again, if you need more XP, is this one right here, called the Mortigill, Dastardly Mortigill, or however you pronounce it. This one as well is located right here. You want to make sure to get both of these. And the third one, if you need more XP, is called Keepsakes in the Sand. So all 3 of these And again, I actually did not need to do these because I was helping a friend out, so I got tons of XP by helping them. I didn't need this, but these 3 quests is what he did and my other friends to get to that level 23 to continue chapter 5. So these are the 3 that I would recommend doing. And as if you look right here, this is where they are located. All right, the next bottleneck will be at level 26, and you'll need about 80,000 XP, or just about 80,000 XP, to get to the next level. And this is really where I spent a lot of my time kind of getting through it. So there are some quests that we're going to do that I'm going to show you that's going to make this a lot easier to wish that I knew before I actually finished it. So the very, very first one that we're going to do, and again, I'll show that here in a second. All right, so if we go here, and these are the 3 quests that I did, and this is in the abandoned stonemason. Let me show you where that's at, actually, before we continue. So if you look right here, there is a little waypoint you can go. This is where I'm standing, and I'm going to show you where all of these quests are, okay? But this is where I went for that 26 bottleneck. So if we go to Codex and Exploration in the abandoned stonemasonry, so I actually completed 5 to get me to where I needed to go, and a little exploration quest, I'm not gonna lie, helped me out as well. But what I did was, the very first one was the stonemason's confession. This gave me tons of XP. It just wasn't enough. Okay, so make sure that you do the stonesman confession quest. The second one was 1 golem's mana stone. So the quick note about this one can only be done at night, I believe. So double check before you go in there. It actually tell you before you go in there to, it's like a bidding thing. Before you bid for it, if you go in the wrong time, you're just going to win like a sword or something, which is not really what you're looking for or you even can use. However, if you go at the right time, they're going to have the golem's mana stone that you can win, and it's super easy. And this one gave me tons and tons of XP. And the very third one, that I did was this one right here, the powerless little friend, and you actually get this little guy after. This actually leveled me, but I was helping a friend, so I stayed a little longer. So I actually ended up completing Intimidating Breath and the Basilisk King, because they were just there and we just killed them. However, you will not need to do these if you follow this. However, you can. It just kind of prepared you for the next one. All right, and before we go to the next roadblock, really quick, 2 little tips that I forgot to say. One, be careful where you leave your character to go AFK for a bio break. I went to actually get a cup of water, and when I came back, somebody killed me and left. So that was pretty funny. So that's 1. And 2, on a more serious note, if you need more XP, now again, I'm just using this one as an example here. If you need more XP, if you scroll all the way down on your little logs here, you will notice something called current locations. These are pretty much all the quests that are located in your current location, like the side quests and things like that. If you need more XP, feel free to just do some of these. And if you hit the little star here, it'll move them up here, and it will actually trigger them for you. The next roadblock that you're going to be seeing is at level 30 or 31, depending on how far you are. You're going to need level 32 to continue the next main story quest. And this is what I did to counter that. Now, if we go to Codex one more time in exploration, in the sandworm lair. Now, again, you have to be 30 to actually go here, just FYI. And these are the ones that I did that just kind of became super, super, super easy. The very first one that I did was qualification of being a guild owner. I completed all of these, super, super easy to do, and this gave me a ton and ton of XP. I actually leveled to the next level with this one. And then the next one, which was one of my favorite quests, guys, I promise you're going to love this one. I don't want to spoil it too much for you. It's called The Voice Behind the Mask. And this guy is going to test you. And I'll just say one thing, okay? Just one thing, but definitely do this. I'll just say one thing. There's going to be a puzzle, a jumping puzzle. Try to get it yourself. If you cannot, here's a little hint. Take a picture of it, like a screenshot of it, and then continue. There, that's all I'm going to say, okay? And then the next one after that is the Stronger Sandworm. This is the one that I did after, and I was pretty much done. After that, I was already at level 32 and a half, and I can continue. After that, I went to the secret dungeons, and I actually completed all the way up as much as I could to go all the way up. Then you can actually push this to about level 5 if you're lucky. Now, again, here's the thing. If you've been upgrading your skills, if you've been upgrading your weapons and armor, this is going to be easy. This is going to be where the roadblock really gets tough if you have not been upgrading your armor, because that one guy is going to eat you up. So make sure, again, to upgrade your armor before you start doing these quests. And this should take you all the way, by the way, to the story quest line, which will take you then further until the next roadblock. All right, the next roadblock, if you will be around level 35 or 36, depending on where you're at. Now, to continue, you will need to get to level 38, so it's a little bit here that you're going to have to spend some time doing this, but don't worry, I have an idea just for you, okay? So if you are level 35 or 36, there's a certain place that you want to go to, and this is located right over here by the Raging Wilds point, by the Raging Wilds. This is where I went, but you can also go, there's a couple of places here, so let me actually go into it a little bit more. So if you are level 35, you can go to the Daybreak Shore, okay? And there's a bunch of quests here that you can do that will get you to level 36 or 37. And then you can come to the Raging Wilds and then complete these. I was already level 36, so I just came to the Raging Wilds and I did these 4 quests right here. The Hero Catapult, which is amazing. The Unnamed Golem. The Cowardly Apprentice Wizard, and the War of Trees and Stones, which is again located right here where I am at. As soon as I did those, I actually got to level 38 and I moved on. But again, let's going to go back into it one more time. Again, if you need the extra XP, and if you're level 35, because you have to be level 36 to enter the Raging Wilds, FYI. If you are level 35, go back and do the Daybreak Shore. You can literally do all 4 of these quests. They're super easy to do until you're level 36. And then you can complete to Raging Wilds until you are level 38 or more, you know, until you can go a little further so you can continue with the main story quest. But this is what I did to move on to level 38. I actually think I was level 38 and a half, almost level 39 before I started the main quest just by completing these 4 because they were super easy to do. Let's move on to the next one. All right, and the final roadblock was at level 45. However, because I did a few things before, and I'll show you that, I actually did not have any roadblocks at all after that 38 one. Once I got to 38, I went and I did the main story quest. And he leveled me pretty far, and I actually took a little break in there to go and do this, and I'll show you that here in a second. I was looking for a blue sword, and this was the place to drop it. I did the Silas Abyss floor 1 and 2. As soon as I did this one, I don't know why, but this gave me enough XP that I really didn't have any trouble going to level 45 at all. However, if you are needing a few extra XP levels. And I'm going to show you that right here as we're located in the Mana Waste. This is where you want to be. From that, level 43 to 45, 42 to 45, there's tons of XP here that you can get. And these are the ones that you really want to look for. This is a friend of mine actually did all 5 of these, and he got like 3-4 levels from this. So there's 5 quests in here. I would recommend that you do all of them. They're super easy in the Mana Waste. All 5 of these, as you see right here, must complete the milestones. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of these side quests, so I don't even have this one available. I did nothing here. I didn't need to, but if you do, these 4 or 5 quests will get you all the XP that you need. Again, this is the Mana Waste to progress further and get to the level 45, which after 45 you won't have any more trouble reaching 50. But yeah, come to the Mana Waste and also the Akadu Valley if you need a little extra XP, depending on what you did. Maybe you, for some reason, you just didn't get that extra XP, whatever it may be. These are the 2 that I would finish him off on. For example, in the Mana Waste, I would very much encourage Demon's Test. This one, I was there. My friend did it. It was super funny to watch. To the highest point, I thought was pretty funny as well. And the Eye That Desires Magic is the ones that he did. And the Akedu Valley, he's the Stop the Ritual and finding the infiltration route is what he did. I was just with them watching, and he got pretty like level 46 or so, and then we were able to out level it to the last level. So that should be it. That should be all the roadblocks, if you will, that you're going to encounter leveling to 50. As you see, I actually leveled. I had some problems with the game crashing on me and a few other things, but I could have probably leveled to level 50 within 3 to 4 or 5 hours tops. There was a couple of guys that were playing with us that they leveled to level 50 within 4 hours, and I thought that was pretty funny. But with this quest, I hope this really helps, guys. I'm sure that this is going to be a lot easier for you to find certain things and make your life a little easier. Please don't forget to let me know if you have any questions in the comments with the quest, if you can find something. That's what I was kind of encountering too. There were certain things about the quest that I couldn't find. They took me a minute to kind of figure out where it was. If you need help, let me know in the comments. I'll try to go in there as quickly as I can and kind of give you a walk around. But that's it for today's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. And again, if you're looking for people to play with, PvE, and maybe do some PvP as well, come join us on the Mando Discord. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.